Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we have another Sencut to check out. The Sencut Omniform. Now, this is going to be a pretty decent sized knife for sure. But before I get started in that, just want to remind you that this is our SMKW affiliation knife for the month of June. And maybe the last one. The last SMKW affiliation knife I do. I don't know. Not sure where that is headed. But it's sure been fun while it's lasted. We'll have to see where it goes. But now we're going to take a look at the Omniform from Sencut. Now, of course, you can see you've got that green G10. And it's got some wicked texturing going on. Really, really nice texturing. Really good grip. Absolutely. Again, we go with the fit and finish. Very, very open construction. Yeah, we got a little slight letterboxing going on. Your liners stick out just a hair. Just enough to kind of give us that sort of look as I'm looking for. Yeah, you could probably fit a lanyard on that standoff right there without much problem. Deep carry clip. Reversible. You might have just a little bit peeking out of your pocket right there. But pretty much deep carry. It dives right away. You know, we like that. And recessed pocket clip screws. Now again, as always, you know, I usually go through fit and finish. You know, it's something I always do. We Civivi Sencut knives. There's never really been an issue. Centering is on point for sure. Yeah, everything's chamfered off very nicely. And like I said, that G10 has got some really, really nice texturing going on. Now, single pretty much deployment option with the flipper tab. Action is fantastic. Detent is good. Very, very, what would you call that? I'm calling it a worn clip. Kind of a worn clip-ish. Yeah, call it what you like. 8CR 13 MOV, or no, 9CR, sorry. I needed my, it's 9CR. 9CR 18, not 8CR. So that's been a pretty much standard on a lot of these Sencut knives. Overall, it's got a really nice profile. You do have a little bit of a choil there forward. You know, as I say a lot of times, it's not large. If you have large fingers, it's going to be tough. Because I am right on the heel of the blade, you definitely got to stay back on that flipper tab if you're even going to try it. Now, we do have some jimping. And again, yeah, my thumb does land. Natural grip. My thumb lands on the jimping. It's catching me. It's okay. It's not the best jimping I've ever seen. Now, I think with that coated blade, it kind of adds a little bit of slickery to that. That's an official word. To that jimping, so it's okay. It's not the best. It's definitely not the worst. But like I said, coated blade, you got a decent belly going on there. And overall, it's going to be a good size knife. So, you're pushing about 8.5 inches on the Omniform. Handle is going to come down, again, just shy of 5 inches. 4 7/8-ish. Blade length, you're looking at it's almost 3 1/4. Almost 3 1/4. And as you can see, it does even kind of back up your cutting edge. Trying to see that there. Yeah, right about 3 1/4. So overall, and then grip length is coming in almost 4 inches. We'll say 3 7/8 for good measure, but almost 4 inches. If I put it in my 3.5-inch hand, you can definitely see I've got at least another pinky's worth of room. So larger hands might not be a bad one for you. But size comparisons. Let's go there. Obviously, going to be much larger than the Bug Out, for sure. And probably even the PM2 as well. Yep. Yeah, we've only got it by maybe 1/8 of an inch on the handle, not quite 1/4 of an inch on the blade. There it is. We'll get a weight on it. But it is a good sized knife. Now, that 3 3/4 inch cutting edge definitely helped it out with the 21 thread. 124 grams or 4.4 ounces as far as weight for that size of knife. That's not too bad. In the pocket, that texturing definitely helps. You know, it grips it a little bit. Now, there is a little bit of peekaboo, like I said. With the shape of that handle, you will have a little bit of that green sticking out. Does very nice retention on that clip. And like I said, that's where that texturing kind of helps too. I wouldn't call it, you know, a pocket ripper. You know, we've seen some that are really aggressive and will wear your pocket. It's not that. It just really helps that retention out for sure coming out of the pocket. So, overall, yeah, fit and finish, it's on point. It really is. Now, I know somebody said here a while back that, I think it was a Wii knife they sent back that had some fit and finish issues. And you know what? It can happen. Your mass-producing knives, they're not above. They're not above having an issue or two. But I'm really having a hard time remembering a Sencut, Stevie, or Wii knife that I've really had an issue with their fit and finish. And one just doesn't come to mind. It may have happened, but it's not like glaring. Detent is good. It's not super strong, but it's definitely does a trick. Action, fantastic. And overall in hand. Now, even though I have quite a bit of room left over, I've got a good grip in that cutout for the finger. Access to the liner lock is good. There's jimping going on there. The nice thing about it is I don't feel that jimping in the grip at all. But I really like the way this feels in hand. It's definitely larger than that 3.5 inch grip that really cradles my hand. But we've got a little bit of curvature that it feels really pretty good. Even though it's probably larger than most knives that I carry. It does feel really good. And that clip, that's the one thing I've always had. I think I've had an issue with maybe one Stevie clip. Other than that, they have been Stevie Sencut. They dive down, recess screws, no issues. Where it turns up is right. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right in that crease in my hand. Fits in there perfectly. 100%. The grip, the ergos, on point. Now, like I said, this is potentially the last SMKW affiliation knife I do. So for those of you that don't know, most of you do, this knife, I review it. I'll give it away here probably in about a week or so. So make sure to leave that comment down below. And in a week or so, I'll go back and I'll pick a comment. And somebody's going to win the Sencut Omniform. So greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time. Bye-bye, guys.